Testing. Right. Next is this. It's been quite a week. I have no idea how did I manage to withstand it yet for a week, and yet I'm still here. Probably not really cut out for this. Anyway, how about if I just wait, hold on. Oh wait, that guy followed me too. Interesting. Anyway, right, I forgot. This shit. Good. Now, where's my avatar? Oh, right. There it is. Right, now open my YouTube. Am I here? Yep, I'm here. This is the part where I would yell "Skate" or something like that, but I'm not really in the mood to yell like. Oh, hold on, what is that? Whoa. Wait, hold on. What was that? We got a new follower from you know that abbreviation. Anyway, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Right. I haven't even started streaming just yet. Hold on. Right. Okay, don't fall, please. Right, this looks very good, but oh, come on, really? Anyway, yep, I think the setup is good, so let's just start before I change my mind as usual. Good evening, Internet. My name is K401, my PNGtuber owner, and just call me K, it's much easier that way. Selamat malam Internet. Nama saya adalah K401, nama PNGtuber. Saya adalah seorang PNGtuber yang dalam pelarian. Panggil aja K, lebih gampang begitu. Anyway, this time around we'll be playing LIMBUS COMPANY, and we will be continuing with the new intro follow. Well, I suppose it's not exactly new for the players, but whatever. To present the conclusion first. No, the notion of the sword being a sentient one is incorrect. The locus of the will is not the blade, but the scabbard. And the ego, forged in a rather paradoxical nature, yes, that would be the most appropriate description. Not a sentient sword. Yushi's calm dismissal made the scabbard quiver almost as if it had taken offense. Oh, Araya. Somehow I felt like I could understand what Hohenheim meant by will now. It was a reunion of sorts. One that gave a pinch of sadness and hope. If the scabbard has its own will, does that mean the owner of that will can be resurrected? It is too premature to deliberate on the matter. The state of existence under question is not one that may be defined as dead at the moment. I assume they ask whether or not it can be revived or brought alive, so to speak. Even supposing that survival is a fixed variable and that the reconstitution of the original final body falls within of theoretical probability, the probability approaches zero given the limits of the technology and conditions. So not now. We researchers are inclined to enter an infinitesimal chances, but indeterminately of lay people like yourself. Such a prospect would be labeled impossible, wouldn't it? Come on, do the impossible, see the invisible, row, fight the part. Anyway, there is no need to fix it on the impossibilities of the present management. Such matters are reserved for a scientist to hold on to. Right. But we may have uncovered a trend. Something that could lead to restoring Yoshu's memories. Though again, that too is merely a possibility. A far more practical avenue for you to pursue at the moment, nevertheless. And to that end, yes, further analysis on the scabbard itself would be necessary. Coordinate with Alan for your next duty. He should still be in the Ringer's father's quarters. That will be all. Bornheim cut himself off here, clapping his watch shut. Who's Alan anyway? Anyone wanna tag along? Watching on foot over in their case, the sitters were pretending they weren't interested at all. But going by the way their forks had long since stopped moving, it was pretty clear to me that they'd been intently listening in on our conversation. Where are we to go? Right. Sorry. Forget the rest of you weren't there with us earlier. Us, Don Quixote, Ryoshu, and I have been checking where each vector leads. Oh, and Kiratu. The prisoner of war, executive manager. You talking about me? Yeah, I guess I'm working with them too, yeah. Just remember to tread carefully. Such you cause even the slightest harm to the executive manager, you will be held accountable without exception. Yeah, sure, whatevs. You don't yell that Otis with a mocking pout, but oddly enough, she didn't appear particularly irritated. Maybe she felt welcome. Anyway, yeah, I think it'd be better if we had a few more people just to be safe. One of the doors we went into earlier led straight to the ring's corridor. That was a close call. Otis and Heathcliff's hands shot up the moment I finished speaking. I would very much like to accompany you, executive manager. I knew I could rely on you, Otis. Yeah. Your recognition of my loyalty honors me, executive manager. I, Otis, understand better than anyone your concern about the perils of working with a prisoner of war so liable to betray. Do you have your indispensable self proceed with only a handful of soldiers under your command? This cannot stand. I'm afraid I won't be able to focus on other duties without personally seeing to your safety. I get it, Otis. You made your point clear enough. Not keen on how I just killed over the moment you summoned me. Who's been told you that? Better stay by your side and scrap around myself. You probably don't need me to come along then. I guess you can just summon the rest of us like you did earlier if shit hits the fan. Research yet unfinished holds my efforts. I shall join you once it has found closure. I don't think I can be much of help. Wherever you're going, I'll pass. Come on, Rhodia, be a little bit more confident about this. I will follow if there is your order, manager. No, it's fine, just get some rest. I'll probably be okay. I can always summon them again if things get too dangerous. For now, I should go see Alan again. Oh, right. That guy in the hazmat suit. Yeah, I remember now. I remember. Alan is the one with the hazmat suit. Right, we got that. Saru. Oh, Gregor is still not available. Ah, okay.
내 작품
나를 점 찍었다면
소재가 준비됐소? 명령이라면
드디어 내
내가
부름이라면 기쁘게 나서지요.
No, it's not it. It's not it.
의로움을 세우기 위해 살아. 녹슨
투입 준비는 항상 되어 있습니다. 어떤 조직 놈들인지 면면 좀 받을까?
Ah, you've arrived. I was waiting for you. We sifted through and isolated the doors with the highest probability of leading into the rings gallery. The next step would be to enter the alternate door you mentioned, but hold up a second. I was actually gatekeeping more stuff. Huh? Gatekeeping? Are you saying you have more to tell about the gates, the doors? Yep. That door over there? Pretty sure it connects to Encorp's nest. I saw Albina going in all hype about some can... Wait a minute. Oh, wait. What is this sentence? It connects to Encorp's nest. And she saw Albina entering Encorp buying a can experience. Wouldn't Albina be marked for elimination the moment she enters Encorp's nest? I mean, or is there some sort of rule that I have no idea of? That, excuses her. Oh well. And that wooden door with bandages for a broad handle. About going there to cross out vengeance. From what the book said, it's probably a turf protected by a thumb subsidiary or something. Unlike earlier, when she offered only fake snippets, even about just a single door, Kira was now feeding Alan a stream of intel that seemed solid even to someone as clueless about the back door as me. She's far more cooperative than anticipated. Even after that, Alan Carter roughed her up, from what I hear. Yeah, you'd think she'd climb out of spite. I wonder if she changed her mind about cooperating with us. Nevertheless, we mustn't let our guard down, Executive Manager. There is no telling when she'll turn on us. Freaking, I can literally hear everything you're saying, Alright then, based on the intel, please proceed by investigating the safest doors first. As for the high-risk ones, I'll continue checking and let you know which ones you need to enter. Alan tinkered with the devices around him and flashed a couple of doors with blue light. Guess that means we start with those. Where do you guys want to go first? They all look about the same, just start with the closest one. Well, Alan did say these are the safest ones, so it shouldn't matter which one. Just as I reached for the nearest door as Heathcliff told me to, Ryushu suddenly veered off, stopping in front of another one that stood a few steps apart. This door. It feels familiar. You recognize that door? I think I passed through it a few times when I was little. Hardly had Ryushu stopped speaking when a fragmented memory, painted over in parts, slipped into my mind. Sorry, it got a lot, didn't it? I should have finished my homework faster. Oh, I know. Let's go for a walk. But I didn't recall much about it. That memory just now, could it be tied to Araya? Let's start with that door. Okay, this one, yeah? Here we go. Impatient as ever, he shoved the door open and stood in first. The rest of us followed, including Kira and the other sitters. A park somewhere. This is a nest, isn't it? And this place is... Judging by its state, it seems to be a welfare facility located within a nest. Most likely a park. Every sort walk in here is dragging some animal along, then they got money to burn. Rich Lotus place. The wall in the past Ryushu mentioned in their memory, and the sight of people fussing over their pets. The pieces clicked together, and I voiced the other memory I saw back at the House of Spiders. Did you ever come here with a puppy named Saru? Yeah, I remember that. Not a puppy though. Saru was a bit bigger by then. Sorry, it hurt a lot, didn't it? I should have finished my homework faster. Why isn't she getting any better? I gave her lots to eat. Oh, I know. Wanna go for walkies? You love walkies, don't you, Sarah? There's this workshop that always visits. The door there is connected to a park. Which that? You can go right now. Here's a childhood memory burned right in my vision before passing. I was there as a kid. Verily, such gentleness that seemed most unlike the young Ryoshi. Hey, clock. Who said you could show them my memories willy-nilly? No, come on, you think that's something I can control? GG. In the House of Spiders, I was the only one who could see the vision of Ryoshi's past. This time, though, her memories seemed to manifest for everyone around, just like what we experienced in H-Corp with Onglu. Which probably means... Why are y'all staring at me? That's so random, what the hell? Did you not see that just now? See what? You guys zoning out together? Guess it doesn't apply to Kira. And again, unlike how it was between Lin Dayu and Honglu, Kira does not have any direct connection to Ryoshu. I guess it makes sense. Was that adorable hound the companion of old young Ryoshu? Indeed. My one and only best friend. Aw. And because of that, Saru would be locked away in the vault every time I did the poor on assignment, with a spiral driven through her. What the hell? If was ever a leash, looking back, it might have been a kind of fate had she died sooner. To inflict such cruelty upon a voiceless animal, how can such wickedness be born? What happened to Saru in the end? She died before her time. I don't recall why, but there was this day when Saru wouldn't stop whimpering in pain, and I shut myself in my room, crying. Oh. You were? Not someone else? Who else? Oh, see, it was me. Even after witnessing the fragment of memory, Heathcliff looked utterly unconvinced. And while I was grieving, Callisto offered a solution. Said he would give me a gift the next day. And what I received was something he called a Beastbone Blade. A tanto that would whine and yelp in Saru's voice with every swing. Oh my god, that's messed up, man. Ew, no way. I always knew there was something creepy with Robo Onk. So that's how he killed your dog, huh? No, he didn't kill Saru. That tanto was alive. Huh? Did you just say alive? Bloody hell, right, not that psycho. Her eyes were embedded in it like adornments, and they stared at me in accusation. The tiny heart beat as though it was quaking with fear. It was a horrible sight. So I shorted my dropping over time with my own hands. Stop me thinking after hearing all that. Why do you still mess with that art thing then? Let's be honest. After seeing something like that, you'd wanna steer well clear, yeah? Right? Those things he called artworks were also cursed, straight up nightmare fuel. Like, I haven't really checked out the other ring artworks outside Alpina and her nurse brothers, so maybe I'm just a noob when it comes to all that, but yeah, their stuff never gave me any art vibes for real. I did the same. Well, I was terrified at first, yet as I learned more, there are some facets that stood in my taste. I'll find appeal in those grotesque creations? From what you've told me about Callisto, it looks like he failed to stick to his own advice. But there is something he always used to say. Art is wholly subjective, and thus one must never expect the understanding of others. Makes sense actually. Yeah, makes sense. The uncanny, the horrible, there's a beauty that lies in the grotesqueness of it all. Can't say I quite get it, but if you say so. But bloody hell, how'd you end up getting used to that kind of thing? What you need to understand, you're not an artist. I got used to it, but that Master Callisto's installation artworks caused night terrors and nightmares for... The scabbard moved and Ryoshi came to a pause. Night terrors, crying from nightmares in the House of Spiders. There was actually someone who got scared of ring stuff back in the day. I need to check something. We've seen enough here, let's go back. Yeah, let's. Nothing else worth checking around here anyway. With the inspection complete, we quickly followed Ryoshi back. She stood in front of the artworks covered in sheets of cloth, lost in dark. Right there. There used to be a huge artwork displayed here. I don't know what kind of impulse struck him, but... The bastard went about fussing, saying he needed practice so he wouldn't lose his touch. Whoa. Mommy... What's wrong? Oh, this is Araya. Over there. Look, I told you to keep the exhibition in your room. Ah, you've returned, Yoshihide. I decided to attempt installation art of a somewhat larger scale this time, but I ran out of space at my gallery. Mommy, people were screaming. Dearest Yoshihide, Araya has reached an age where she may be introduced into the world of aesthetics. Surely this wouldn't be a problem? It would. You liking it and me acquiring the taste doesn't mean Araya will. Poor gal. Let's get back to our room. I was hugging something in my arms. It was crying. Saru? No, too big to be Saru. The lacerated memories can never be made whole, no matter how many fragments circulate together. We could tell Ryoshi everything we know about Araya, but it would never truly reach her. I see. This hollow point, this must be Araya, what? The sensation and emotion for what's been emptied begin to entangle within Ryoshi's memories. And that makes it possible for us to reminisce about Araya together. The soft rattle Araya cave seemed to show how pleased she was with its small step. Alright, time to check out next door. Pretty much nothing here. I think we're... What the heck? How did they get in here? Well, oh my god. Furries. Those ring assailants from before. Did thou not say thou sealed that door earlier? How then did these villains come to stand before us once more? They probably infiltrated via an entirely separate route, another back door. As you can see, their objective appears to be the retrieval of the Ringner's father's artworks. Get on with it. We need to move as many pieces as we can before we pull out. Wait, but I thought Roboang was washed. You got so many fanboys and fangirls here. Does this artwork possess value in and of itself? Or is it just a case of posthumous premium of that effect? Think about it, yeah. As usual, in the art world, in the world of art, that artists are better because that means that's it. Because that means that's it for that series of art. There's going to be no more. Fuck it, eh, man. Some of the pieces have already been taken. Of course, they are of little value to other companies. Watching them sweating and struggling to track those mediocre pieces with them. Pretty funny. But imagining how those pieces will be labeled some pathetic notion of heritage connected to my name under the description plagues pretty unsavory. They may be occupied with transporting subjects for now, but they will likely soon find cause to harm the wayfarer at the LC personal station here, Executive Manager. It would be prudent to eliminate them without delay, considering the ring's reputation. Oh, this is right. Better to wipe them out before they try anything stupid. Guys, looks like we got another job to do. Lend me a hand. The radio didn't bust with the similar supplies this time, but it should be fine. Well then, let's do as usual.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네.
짜증나게.
제법이야.
이 식구를 건드렸겠다.
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하나 봐.
I suppose so, Angela. Available, huh? Sure, why not?
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
목이 피었잖아.
재밌네.
짜증나게.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
이 식구를 건드렸겠다.
강력한 공격은 단순히 적을 제거하는 이점만 있는 것이 아니라
This will be a little
이제
bit of.
저들은 자신도 그렇게 될 거라는
This will be quite painful, I bet.
나쁘지 않고. 작품 완성. 돌아가면 의견을 남겨.
Whoa, what the hell did you do, Sinclair?
흙을 마실 걸?
아이씨, 짜증나게.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
Let's see, do we have...
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Yeah, let's wait, let's wait. Come on, Kira. Violet breaking. That one died way too early.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않아. 일단 적합한 조치였습니다.
Not good enough, huh? Let's see, what move can I do right now? I could do that, or I could do this.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Hey, another got staggered. Very good. Again, Singler, what the hell did you do?
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 그런
완성.
맛이 나는군.
돌아가면 의견을 나누지.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
Totally badass ass kicking.
나쁘지 않군.
불만을 해소해준 보람이 있네.
전부 녹여서 썰어버려도
지금처럼 접대를
상관없지?
성공적으로 이끌다 보면 앞으로 더 많은 층을
Well,
더
checkmate.
많은 보조 사서의 도움을 받을 수 있을 거야.
And oh yeah, speaking of games, I might be. I mean, around next month I will be getting
완성. 돌아가면 의견을 나누지.
Slay the Spire 2, and then I will also be getting Vampire Crawlers.
유익한 책이 또 하나.
Because it's been forever since I last played a real game in this channel.
이렇게 하나씩
I might also stream Honkai Star Rail as usual. Besides, I still need to catch up with that game, so. Right, but where the hell were those slot coming from anyway? Weren't just the first wave. Had more of the sounds legging it in from the back, like they've been looking somewhere else. According to the tracking logs records by various devices installed here, they appear to have crossed over from another corridor. Another corridor? What precisely does the designation another corridor refer to? The room resembling a shopping mall, the one filled with batches of toys on display. Oh, well. Your company, if I recall correctly, designated as the corridor of the middle water. Oh. I suggest we relegate there. Your assigned tasks here have been wrapped up. Oh, and before we set off, do you have any information to share in advance? We are planning to compile a comprehensive encyclopedia cataloging the notable characteristics of these corridors and all of their connection loci. Your cooperation will be most appreciated. Kira seemed to hesitate, knowing Andrew nails as if she were going through an inner struggle. Before long, however, she snapped out of it like she just locked in on a decision. Sure, I got stuff to tell you, like other stuff. Some parts are kind of fuzzy, not gonna lie, but I can still recall like 20 places clear enough. I mean, it was home for me and Papa, so. I got nothing. I never once regarded that fucker's room as a home, and my memories of it are all fragments at best. The scamper kept a faint restless stir. Perhaps it wanted to comfort Ryoshi in the only way it could. And accompanied by its tremors, we began our move toward the corridor of the middle.
걸작을 자아냈나? 마에스트로님이 어떤 평가를 내려주실지 흥분이 가시지
We still need
않는군요.
about 1,000 back. But before that, I probably just need to clear 5 times or so. School. School?
전원 집합. 이번 작품에 대해 논의할 시간이다.
The heck? They swept everything that was nailed down, huh? Fret not. I espied the other half of thy worldly possessions. Articulated fixer figurines, video game cartridges. I'm not talking about my toy box, okay? I had hella many of them anyway. My TV's gone, the couch too. Oh, right. As Kira said, only a conspicuous empty space was left where the television and the family couch set used to be. Oh, those? I'll see you researchers hold them away. From the sound of it, they're going to set them up in their staff. Oh my god. As for the leather and ornaments, they said they'll be selling them off. Yeah? Audrey seemed to notice something the moment she got Kira's wistful look. The chorus of her lips curled into a faint smile as she spoke with faint nonchalance. Who knows? With sufficient cooperation, perhaps they'd be more receptive to the idea of returning those items. Assuming much, I never said I wanted them back. Anyway, I'll tell you all about what I know, so come this way if you want it. These 2 doors here, made from paper and wood, they connect to a escort. And that one reinforced with steel. That one leads to Vigor's back streets where, having lived here and made frequent use of the doors herself, Kira was clearly the right person for the job of identifying where each door of the Wayfarer company had access to explore led. Directed by Kira and accompanied by Alan, we checked the doors one by one. Good work. All data seems to match. Thank you for your cooperation. Until there was just one back door left open. I know this isn't anything new, but I've gotta say, these back doors are just too bloody convenient. Them portals too. It ain't doing anything shady like the warp trains either, is it? Yours is as simple as turning the knob and entering. Seems to me you'll outpace your business rival in no time. Ooh. That's actually an astute observation from you. I'm a bit hard-pressed to agree with the too convenient sentiment when it comes to using backdoors and portals, but since your intent was to claim Wayfarer superiority over the current W Corp, I'll take it as a compliment. Did I say something wrong? Every technology comes with a cost, Happily say. While this has been a workday relatively free of casualties thanks to the quality information we have provided, do you understand that the Wayfarer Company's primary service include pathfinding, path security, and path maintenance? Each of the services is fraught with life-threatening dangers for our employees. Some never return after that embarking on a pathfinding journey. Some are killed while battling monstrous entities whose exact natures haven't been confirmed yet, but apparently liminal space between paths. It also costs a pretty penny to get the secure path, well, secure. I'd say our operating cost is on the steep side, especially considering that we are also trying to prevent our rivals from taking corner of this market. Thinking back, I don't think I have seen Alan enter a door to a new location with his helmet off. It must be one of his precautions just in case. Maybe his dry smile and unsettling lack of reaction to anything are hints that he's simply seen too much to be faced by most horrors, like pretty much everyone else. Still, our work did get considerably easier for this job thanks to the help of everyone here. Honestly, this partnership is working much better than I have expected. Very well then, let's take a look at the last door. Ah, it's the door Papa used to walk through all the time. I followed Kira into the door, and the second I crossed the threshold, a breeze carrying an oddly familiar salty smell tickled the tip of my one of my clock hands. Giant stingray port ship. This one connects to somewhere in the general lake area, it seems. Welcome to U-Corp's giant stingray port ship. Stingray, yeah? Why does that ring a bell? Hang on a minute. Is that Poison it? The port ship at the Salon du Molux, the private hair salon. Oh my. He still remembers that. Heathcliff chimed in with a shudder as the sheer weight behind his words terrified him. Oh, does it signify then that we shall finally be made audience to young Heathcliff and his hairdo most luscious? Quit with that luscious nonsense, lass. Why encourage me now when you were so cavalier about blessing my villainous hours back at the lake? Indeed. Alas, this dreaded punishment will rock upon our merry band had severely outweighed the crime. Wouldst thou not agree, young Heathcliff, that the putty couple's use would remedy thy penis smidge? Oh, bugger it. I ain't even got anyone to spruce up for anymore. Oh, that's sad. Sweet, then can I use them? We were regulars at that Mollusk's place, Papa and me. Papa would ask the middle fam for a favor, and he'd bring loads of coupons back home. They give away a hair coupon every 10 visits, you see, so what am I even yapping about all excited? That's fine, Kira. Kira, who seemed ready to launch into a cheerful rant, came to an abrupt pause like a bike tripping over a ledge. What's with your euphemism? Her face fell as she lowered her gaze and scuffled the pebble away. Looking back, I guess Papa did hella care for me, so why? But it's also true these guys went out of their way to get me out of there, even though they didn't know me so well. Why is it to be so complicated? Matthias gave you that anesthetic BC. The heck's a BC? Oh god. Bro, listen, like I said, that's not how you shorten these things. Oh my. For some reason, Ryosha seemed almost gleeful to hear Kira correcting her acronym. That part must have reminded her of Araya. He was reminiscent of the self-satisfied look she'd get after confusing us with these acronyms, especially during the early days of our bus journey. Thinking back, ever since Sinclair's translations became reliable enough, the sitters had less reason to voice their frustration with Ryu's acronyms, which in turn gave her fever causes a snicker about it. I'm not sure why, but something tells me that she might be making her acronyms ridiculously incomprehensible on purpose. If your conjecture is correct, Executive Manager, she has a wondrous sense of humor. Hey, that's also my taste of humor, you know? From what I recall, the toys and games he was into were pretty retro. Retro games, sir. Must have been annoying to play along. At first, but the more I played along, the more I got into it. Still corny and juvenile as shit, though. I know out of that conflict within the trifling and apocryphal they may be, yet we are all compelled to bear handwords at the interests of the family. Yeah, I wanted to know what Papa was into to really get what he's talking about. Besides, I needed to know these things if I wanted to chat him up and talk about a mutual subject, so... You tell me about you all the time, you see the proud shit. Not a day went without him saying stuff like, yo, Yoshida learned this in 2 days, or yo, this Yoshida's fave, you know? But I wasn't here to tell you that his words weren't worth shit. I once thought of him the same as you do now. A good man, at least among the nurse fathers, caring enough to bring me gifts. But one day, I realized that he'd never understand the things I really cared about, even if his life had depended on it. One day, those said, Braydell was the arc that had changed my perception of that man. That I don't remember when or why, just that it happened. Wait, I might know this. Wasn't it something that happened at school? Papa told me that things started getting awkward between you and him ever since you quit school. Bullshit, I've never been to school. I've never even thought of wanting to go to school. Matthias must have been talking out of his ass again. Huh? No way, bro. I even saw a clip of it. What? Papa showed me that video when he was teaching me how to use these doors. I even saw baby you going, I'm off to school, Dad, in that video, so I'm pretty dang sure. But I don't. As Kira went on, Ryoshi's confidence from her initial return seemed to slip away. I couldn't blame her, so much of her memory had been mutilated. Ryoshi didn't sound like she was denying it out of hand, though. She seemed to mean it when she said she'd never been to school and had never even wanted to. And I want to glimpse the fragment memory of that made her say that. The moment I willed it, a scene from her past suddenly flashed across my eyes. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you. Very well, Yoshihide. This is probably Callisto. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from a school. There is a subsidiary of the ring. Academy. You sure it was a school? Not like an art academy or something like it? Perchance it'd be an academy, not a school. Wait, that makes more sense, yeah. Must be an academy, not a school. Basically an art school, yeah. Academy of Art. Ryoshi muttered a few words as though they were pieces of a puzzle she was assembling. Then, after a brief moment, she turned towards me with an astounded scoff and a look of mild irritation. Locke, you deserve a smack. Why? Then Lily smacked me upside in the head with her scabbard. What was that for? This memory sucks, Locke. I would have been just fine without it. At least I could remember that the incident that changed my perspective on Matthias. Dad, how do I go to a school? School, Yoshihide? Well, I don't see why you would wish, let alone need, to go to such an institution where we nurse mothers are here to provide you with all the education you require. You would later find our unique style of homeschooling to have been much more enlightening than trudging through any of the next formulaic educational systems. But that I saw in a picture book, and I don't have any friends here. Oh, Rian and his pointless. But it is true that there are qualities that can be learned only through group erudition that engenders competition. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from school. He's probably talking about an art academy affiliated with the ring, but if you look at it at a surface value, if you look at it from a surface value, Callisto certainly doesn't seem like a bad person at all. I mean, he has his own point of view regarding education and all that, but he didn't exactly dismiss Ryoshi's wish. In fact, he just now tried to find a middle ground and fulfill that fulfilled Ryoshu's wish, as well as his own values as a compromise. I guess in a twisted way, Callisto here isn't really that bad of a person at all. At least compared to pretty much everyone in the House of Spiders. Especially Matthias. Really? I intend to send Yoshihide to an academy as part of my educational curriculum. There is an Academy of Art, a subsidiary of the Ring. Companionship with other talented children of approximately her age will nourish the spirit of inspiration that will guide Yoshihide's growth. The prescript approves. But, Callisto, I'll tell you now that you might be making a mistake. And how are you so certain of that? Do elaborate if you can, and puppet up the prescripts by whom every aspect of existence is articulated. What do you even know of choice, of what is right or wrong? What the hell? Callisto, why do I like you all of a sudden? Again, in a twisted way, if you take it at a surface value, Callisto here seems like a great parent, even though he really isn't. And off they went. Perhaps a little more situational awareness would have prevented worse to come. Callisto had found me a rather decent academy. The other words that used to scare me when I was alone weren't so bad when I was with the other kids. No, that's not quite it. It'd be more accurate to say that I started to understand people's perspective on beauty. Of course I would. When all we ever did was nod along with the lecturers and spout purple prose, all the while making impressions of other people's bodies like it was nothing. Our lesson today will focus on corporis techniques. Now, take a good look at the diagram here and the mannequins before you. Weave the blood vessel in the same pattern as the diagram, and I don't know why we're even learning about corporis stuff in this day and age. Right? I don't even get what the point of this log is. Tying and shaping blood vessels to make a color that a drop of ink can do. I read it in the book. I'm more excited to learn about Cubist technique than this crap. Honestly, why is this washed up movement even a part of the curriculum? It's just boring, shallow gore stuff. No, it's... yeah, it's gory, but it's boring and shallow only because you guys are bad at it. What? Oh, you mad cause your dad is a lame corporis? Oh, easy. I wonder her stuff is just ow. Well, I was taught that people who say bad things about my family deserve to get their butt kicked. But Bad Callisto wasn't actually what set me off. I didn't have any special reference or attachment to family like Matthias did either. It's just what I was taught to dislike, that's all. It's one of those tantrums kids of that age have. Kids will be kids and all that. I'm home, Dad. Hey, buddy, you're home early. Oh man, must have been playing around today, huh? You've got dust all over you. Get into a fight. Oh, a fight? Yeah, they keep saying dumb things about class stuff, so I smacked them. What about you? They didn't hit you anywhere, did they, buddy? On my cheek, but it's okay, because I punched them this many more times. Did I do good? That's my girl. Dad? Where are you going? Oh, you know, just got some... Matthias? Why don't you just sit back and work on a coloring book? They'll be home before you know it. Okay, is it bro business? No, it's family business. I'd say what's so bad about taking care of your own. Them's not exhausted but respect as you build into them. If only he'd been a simple-minded fool like you, then the story would have ended right there with a pat on my head. What? Papa, I mean, the middle doesn't stop there. It never does. You were a member of the family. That automatically gets you written up with the... Oh my god. Matthias, they're grade 1. Grade 1 children, not fixers. Aha, there you are, Yoshide. It's starting already. My intelligent little girl. Wonder who she takes after. That? I know, Oh my. Matthias, what the hell did you do? Did you use a sword? Did you use life Athena against kids? What the fuck, Matthias? I know. I said I'll be back before you know it, but I get a bit lost trying to find my way through the ringmaster's tricky mazes. You know how they are. Oh yeah, and there are so many sniffling brats here. Well, as for their crimes, they slapped my buddy's face hard enough to leave a mark. That's an arm for you. As for the instructors, well, anyone would agree that they did one sorry job of keeping the snakes under control. In that case, pursuant to Title 2, Section 52 of the book, execution by beheading, they clearly don't get much use for what sits on their shoulders, eh? Oh my god, poor Yoshu. How'd you like it, buddy? Papa's the best, ain't he? How dare he? Such senseless, barbaric violence! Uncultured, uncivilized animal! Do not be discouraged, dearest Yoshide. I have eyed up yet another academy worthy of your talents. It is a much more significant and prestigious institution this time. I assure you, even an intemperate berserker like Matthias wouldn't dare force his way into such a place as he did the previous academy. Again, what the hell? Why? Look, again, in their own twisted way, Callisto is an excellent parent. I never would have thought I would say this. What the hell? I mean, don't wanna Yoshihide? I don't wanna go to an academy. I don't wanna go. I don't need friends anyway. For all his posturing, nothing that was ever important to me held any significance to Matthias. He took a lot away from me just to feel good about himself. So I hope he, more than anyone, would never find out about the things I held dear, because I was afraid he would take them away from me like the others. But he'd always catch on faster than he had any right to. Every contract that took me away from House's Spiders made me tremble in anxiety. Because I was worried about, I don't remember what, but I do know that I could never stop thinking about my room. So, whatever occupied the room in my absence must have been the most precious thing to me in the world. The scamper, which has been stirring likely as seriously with her past, soon began to rattle audibly. He's doing that thing again. He was just by the scamper with a gentle reassuring hand. The scamper that was once Araya, a memory with attachment. It appeared to me almost as though she was pacifying a crying child. Seeing that gesture, it hit me briefly as a solemn yet faintly explained case between Ryoshi's scamper and my device. He must be thinking back to his last conversation with Catherine. But Catherine's existence, unlike Araya, was erased by the golden bow itself. Hitler wants to help. Oh my. I doubt this device could do anything for Hitler at this point. From everything we know, the ring nurse father seems to have been the least of a parental figure in your childhood. Ryoshu agrees. Ah, yeah. Didn't know that WOAAAAH was such a radical guy. He sent you to an academy like you wanted and even got angry on your behalf? Oh? Easy memories. Almost forgot to mention. A few years after that, Alisto left a snowman by my pillar as a gift. It was made of hats. Hats? Yes. Decapitated hats for the incident at the academy. Threaded together into a sculpture, as usual. Thinking back, it was one sort of excuse for an art. He's sorely mistaken if he thought some low-effort bullshit like that could make me feel better. Could have spared us the details last. Well, with that covered, do you guys want to head back? Hang on. What's up? Can I get at least just treatment before heading back? Sure, dude. That ain't it. Alright, look here. Those blokes walking out of the salon. Oh my god. Oh, Vicente, they found us. It would not be odd to find a field branch of the Rings art movement in different districts of the city, especially that are on the farthest scale. However, there is evidence such as their mass and the fact that our group has immediately drawn their attention. Just that they are the same pack as the one making regular incursions into the House of Spiders. This is OCP speaking to Team Leader Allen, requesting immediate commencement of lockdown sequence. Copy that. Then why don't we— holy shit guys, stop. Don't you know where you are? You're smack dab in the middle turf. Cause a scene and brothers and sisters of the middle will be here by any second. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Sounds like you get a good intel talk. Ever played whack-a-mole? Like, why give ourselves a countdown? Just head back to the door now and beat up whoever thinks it's a great idea to walk in through the door. Agreeable. Keep it for us as sound strategy, Executive Manager. As long as there is no high-ranking officer among them, it will be to our benefit. Well then, let's do as Kira says. That was quick. Alan blinked, shooting us a puzzled look as our entire squad came pouring through the door long before we finished the lockdown sequence. Due to the newly emerging complications past the door, we have concluded that this location is the optimal point to intercept and engage the infiltrators from the— This location, you say? Ah, wait. The door leads to a zone under a syndicate or a wing's protection, doesn't it? Better idea to fight here then. Happy to work with someone quick on the update. Well, there they are. You're abusing your powers, Dante. They're gonna be so pissed at you later on. Nope.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법이야.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Oh, come on. Seriously? Seriously.
나쁘지 않고.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해보죠, 단테. 하던 대로 해보십시오.
I don't exactly have commanding capabilities. Actually, yes. Sorry, dude.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 난다. 일처리는 빠르게 하는 편이
고기 피어 턱을 마실 걸?
Oh yeah, correct here.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
이 정도쯤은
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면
Yeah, this is
너희도
good.
뭐
세피라도
쳐지게!
처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
아이씨 짜증나게.
꿀을 건드렸겠다!
밑그림은 완성. 빠르게 치라도.
뭐 쳐지게!
Oh, hold on. Sorry. My microphone suddenly got very loose. If you'll excuse me, let me just fix the positioning real quick. And that should be fine. Ya, halo Bang Kea, halo Bang Hati, apa kabar? Semoga baik-baik saja.
아이씨 짜증나게.
Saya nggak punya apa namanya trigger kembang api kayak di sebelah, jadi begini saja ya. Or something like that, I suppose. Oh come on, he got staggered.
얼간이들이 흥겨워하는
전부 녹여서 썰어버리고
Healing, we
죽는
got no
거지?
healing. Shit.
법입니다.
Baik, kabarku kamu gimana? Saya lagi pilek. I'm currently having a little bit of flu. I have no idea why I would still stream,
나쁘지
even though I'm having a bit of flu, but well, I'm stupid anyway. Saya nggak tahu kenapa saya masih streaming walaupun saya lagi agak pilek, tapi ya saya kan orangnya agak bodoh.
아이씨 짜증나게.
Oh no. Oh come on, 3 times. Okay. You're just right. Or maybe not.
이 정도 시행착오는 가고 있어. 어차피 감정을 잠깐
We get no healing,
무작정 맞으려는 말은 아니었는데.
but we do have AoE attacks. Probably should have brought more healing. This'll do though.
하나, 둘. 지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘한 거야. 그렇게 돌아가면
And we're done here, alright?
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간
Yeah, I definitely
찾을
should.
수
I
있겠지.
definitely should be sleeping, but I
세상의
just didn't
모든
want
것이
to.
담긴 단 하나의
Ya
책.
harusnya saya tidur, tapi saya nggak mau. Lagian ini saya belum streaming 2 jam.
다들 고생했다. 부조장한텐 내가 말해둘 테니까 뒤처리 끝나면 뜨끈하게 목욕탕에 가서 몸부터 씻자고.
Miseries. Penderitaan. Okay, and that about wraps up the Metals Corridor. Thanks to you folks, we managed to cut the door cataloging workload by 80%. I really appreciate everyone going the extra mile to check each and every door too. Made my life a whole lot easier. It's all thanks to the manager's excellent strategization. Bangke tahu channel sebelah pertama kali dari siapa atau kapan? Lupa ya sebenarnya, lupa. Saya lupa tahunnya bagaimana, saya lupa tahunnya kapan, saya lupa diberitahu siapa. Tapi mengingat mengingat aktivitasnya saya paling dari Twitter. Mungkin gini, dari Twitter saya ngelihat ini streamer apaan kok avatarnya kucing dan bukan kucing jadi-jadian, ya kucing beneran. Karena saya juga doyan lihat kucing, akhirnya ya penasaran aja, lalu dicek sikutnya aja, udah gitu deh. Dari Twitter, iya, kayaknya dari Twitter, kayaknya ya. It's not the dump corridor, but we actually found a lot of intel lying around there, so we just need you to check some doors in the basement. Soalnya kebetulan saya suka lihat VTuber yang konsepnya unik. Because as it happens, I do love seeing VTubers with a unique concept. Dan sebelah itu, ya karena dia kucing full itu yang bikin saya tertarik. As for that channel, it's because she's, an actual cat instead of some siluman. That is why I got interested. Wait, hold on. Now, this is just mine actually. This is just mine. Are there any doors that needs work with a throne? There should be about 3 or 4 of them. While you guys do that, I got some level 4 report to take care over here, so... Sama lagi, pernah kayaknya tuh nemu live ya di sebelah. Bukan kelewat, terus ketemu Twitter dia baru netap sampai sekarang. Kurang lebih sama ya. Mungkin saya juga harus nyoba marketing lewat Twitter, cuma kok kayaknya males banget sih. Maybe I should try marketing myself through Twitter, but I'm just really lazy about that. Besides, I'm not really a serious streamer. I'm just streaming after work so that I could sleep better. Lagi pula, saya bukan streamer yang serius kok. Saya cuma streaming setelah pulang kerja supaya tidurnya lebih enak nanti. Itulah. It probably doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. Mungkin kedengarannya tidak masuk akal, tapi buat saya ya masuk akal kok. The detective sounds stuff like I don't know. Khusus Gregor. The trio's conversation grew clear the closer up I approached him. Oh hey, he's back. You okay, fella? You bumped your head earlier. Fine as well. it was just a minor fall. This is the third time it's occurred. We ought to discuss this issue with the manager once this consultation is over. Ya, aku jadi mau sebelah aja gak tahu pas mampir itu langsung dikasih. Waktu saya dijadiin mod itu, saya udah jadi moderator di 3 channelnya VTuber. Satunya VTuber Amerika, duanya VTuber Amerika, satunya VTuber lokal. Nggak tahu kenapa, kok kayaknya saya ini terlalu gampang dipercaya ya. When I took up the position of the cats, when I took up the position as the cats moderator, I'm actually already a moderator for 3 separate VTubers, 2 Americans, I think Americans, and 1 local. I have no idea why they decided to trust me with the responsibility, but maybe I just sound elegant and dependable. Mungkin tuh gara-gara saya terdengar elegan dan dapat diandalkan ya. Anyway, I think I'm seeing a bum on the side of homeless. Iya kan, aku juga ngalamin walaupun di lain pas mampir ke viewers biasa. Saya itu gimana ya? Saya itu nggak mau terlalu nempel ke suatu streamer. Biar nggak disangka itu apa sih namanya, parasosial. Kalaupun nggak disangka parasosial, makin sering kita nempel ke streamer, makin sering juga bahayanya kita jadi parasosial tanpa sadar. Makanya saya nggak mau akrab bener, gitulah. I don't really want to get attached to a certain VTuber. I don't really want to get attached to a single VTuber because I do not want to fall into the pit of what do you call it again? Parasocialism. Better yet, if you get too attached, you'll fall into that pit anyway. So I'd rather avoid that. Ironically, fear tends to grow most unmitigated when it is distant and unseen. I understand what you might be worried about, but I don't see even the earliest portents of it. Masih nangkep kok maksudnya. Thank you. So don't hesitate to share the unfiltered thoughts that arise while you're here. Terkadang emang susah sih. I know where I saw the footage, but I'm still having a hard time believing it. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just avoiding the truth when it's staring at me right in the face. My case is nothing like Don Quixote's. She just needs to keep her shoes on and it's all good and dandy for her, yes? Things don't work that way for me. Whatever they're talking about sounds hella deep. You sure about it strapping on them like this? That Jesus always been really cagey about himself. Maybe now's our chance to learn more about it. He's sharing such an interesting story about himself for once. Why walk away? Don Quixote gives us a nonsensical interpretation of what you say. Blah. Okay, let's keep listening then. Oh, this was right. Damn it, she was right all along. The war isn't over. It never was. And it can never be over as long as this fucking joke of a gift stays attached to my arm. Or words. Now, let's revisit the question you couldn't answer while the footage was playing. Hopefully, it's become easier to answer now. You've been using that arm to fight just fine so far. How? I don't mind fighting hostiles or enemies. Not the kind of person who worries about people trying to kill me. But killing my comrades, that changed things, doesn't it? I can even control it. There's nothing I can do to even praise for it. It's unstoppable. Like some kind of time bomb counting down to unleash a disease you never know when its symptoms set off. Even Hitler, who was always the first to step up when people began to spiral into self-hatred, stood in complete silence, his lips drawing a hard straight line. Besides, Gregor wasn't wrong in that. At present, there wasn't any way to stop his transformation should it occur again. We still got a good chunk of the journey left, and eventually we'll have to notice. No matter what lurks in the past of us sinners, even if they have killed hundreds, thousands, no, tens of thousands of innocent people, will you still embrace? Oh, yeah. We'll eventually have to confront an even darker, bleaker truth of the war. Can I really trust Gregor not to crumble under that inevitable pressure? I see. You're afraid you'll end up hurting us. Well, that's... At first I thought I couldn't give a hoot whether or not I actually murdered one of you. It's a bit saddening to hear that. you know how it is, Olu. We, the bus team, didn't exactly get off to a rocking good start. But through our journey, I began to think of you as my comrades, and I was okay with that because I had too much faith in my own weakness. When I realized that I'd grown so weak that I couldn't even take on some backstreet stuff with this arm, I was relieved. Imagine that, the same arm, my arm, a weapon that stabbed the heart out of countless people during the Smoke War. I'll be honest, when that Hohenheim fella said that I was an exception, the talk alone made me hope. Exception. A potential to be harmless bigger than even a non-competent like Yi-san. It made me hope for a life that didn't sound so bad. We all know how that went through though, don't we? Blew up in the worst possible way. And after all that, I just couldn't bring myself to fight again. Because I no longer know when this fear would hit me up again. Because I'm constantly afraid of this damn gift manifesting again. Oh man. The same fear you've carried all this time. How did you endure it before? Badly. Barely. Holding on to the idea that the other living's gotta live on and nothing else. This really brings me back years. The memories are so clear it's like they all happened yesterday. Guess you could be off the bus before a push comes to... That can be the answer, Gregor. Come on, Gregor, have some confidence, man. You can walk away, but the danger of our journey won't leave with you. Dante and the rest of us will still be facing an endless repeated peril. And it's not like leaving the bus will bring peace to your heart. Pas keren gimana nge-freeze bangkai? Nge-freeze ta? Enggak Masa nge-freeze? Enggak. Ini karena lagi baca aja. Nah, that's something I never expected to hear from you. Kalau yang dimaksud ini, adanya avatar saya ini sengaja dibikin settingnya kayak gini. Tuh, agak funky kan? Tapi enggak kok, enggak freeze. Lihat nih, masih blinking kan indikatornya. Boy, it's just that this is a visual novel, so it tends to get like that. Oh iya kah? Kayak gak jalan percakapannya? Mungkin tadi sinyalnya agak lag ya. Siapa tahu. I mean, it's not like I was forced to go through something as traumatizing as yours, obviously. But to be told, not some special case. Everyone who participated in it were massive. Live chat juga belum ke refresh. Hah? Hah? Ini di layar udah ke refresh kok. Memang saya bikin ada delay sekitar 10 detik untuk jaga-jaga siapa tahu ada artinya konten yang tidak senonoh supaya saya bisa sensor dengan sikat begitu. Memang saya bikin delay live chatnya. Ini jalan. Tes ya. Tes. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Nah, ya kan? Pokoknya gini deh, kalau ada apa namanya? Sesuatu di channel saya yang tidak biasa, mungkin itu saya bikin sengaja. Soalnya saya pernah ada pengalaman ini. Saya pernah ada pengalaman pas itu lagi main visual novel yang temanya horor kan. Tapi tiba-tiba di layar tuh muncul sebuah konten. Ya kalau misalnya saya tayangkan di YouTube, saya bakal langsung di-ban. Untungnya pas itu saya belum di YouTube dan aturannya di Twitch juga lebih longgar. Jadinya ya saya enggak ada konsekuensinya pas itu. Tapi ya jaga-jaga karena mungkin suatu hari gua bakal streaming di YouTube, ya kan? Makanya saya bikin ada stream delay sekitar 8 atau 10 detik supaya saya bisa langsung sensor atau langsung stop stream untuk sensor begitu. We can attach a number to our misfortune as if there's something to be measured. When I fled from the past, I tried my hardest to avert my eyes from it. But you, Gregor, you're not like me. I refused that. Oh, pantesan. Nggak kayak sebelumnya ya. Sebelumnya gimana maksudnya? Dari kemarin juga kayak gini kok. But you, Gregor, you're not like me. I refused to distance you from the past. You'd come to a pause to swear a look at what the party had walked. All those years I let slip by, all those that slip you by are talented items of suffering that are both ineffable and beyond measure. Different experiences, different thing. Still, if there is one thing common to everyone, is that trauma leaves other effects that linger for a long time. What are yours? I dislike loud noises and people who talk too much. They sound too much like the company of war. Like screaming comrades who resent at me even as they lay dying. And the wounds still live in my heart let me dry. The trauma leaves after effects that linger for a long time. I mean, same here. Saya juga gitu sih. Trauma itu kalau sudah kena bisa meninggalkan jejak yang lumayan lama. Moses di sini dia nggak suka keramaian dan orang yang banyak omong karena dia kan veteran perang dan juga keinget perang. Moses here, she dislikes loud noises and people who talk too much because they reminded her of the war. Me, it's the exact opposite. I really hate it when things are quiet. Kalau saya kebalikannya, saya ini walaupun saya orangnya agak pendiam di real life, tapi saya beneran nggak suka kalau lingkungan tuh terlalu tenang, terlalu diam. Nggak tahu juga kenapa, tapi saya ngerasa kalau lingkungan yang rame itu aman, itu aja. I don't really remember how or why, but I just feel that crowded environments are much safer for me, that's all. Bentar, Bang Adi, coba di refresh streamnya, sebentar. Coba saya kasih indikator bentar ya. Ini kalau stikernya kelihatan, berarti sampean sudah di present time. Coba di refresh streamnya ya. Kalau beritanya ini udah kelihatan, berarti sampean di present time sekarang. Coba di refresh sebentar. Saya pause dulu streamnya. Soalnya koneksinya saya nih agak, bentar, harusnya tidak apa-apa kok. Di Twitch juga tidak apa-apa. Di tempatnya sampean. Ini artinya berita udah kelihatan. Oke. Beritanya ini udah terlihat belum? Kalau tidak terlihat, berarti Anda sudah di present time. Sorry, it's fine. Oh man, they know we've been dropping easy all time. Kelihatan kok, okay. Oh well, I would have to share it with manager Bert or the rest of you fellas sooner or later, so I don't really mind, but what's she doing here? TA. Temporary ally? No, temporary accompaniment. Don't be an asshole, I'm working my ass off to help you guys. Please to make your acquaintance. Panik aku. Gak usah panik. Pokoknya kalau misalnya streamnya terasa agak salah, udah di refresh aja. Biasanya saya gitu kok. I've been working on theory, but I don't have all the clues to be absolutely certain. That's supposed to be obvious. Did you guys all see her? You think I just shut up a scary lady like that? Dude, she was beating the ever-loving shit out of Lucy every time I saw them together. Oh yeah, he went down fighting you guys at the end, huh? Yeah, said stuff about their generosity and all that, and fuck till he died. Damn, that's unexpected. Being real for a second here, I think he was totally gonna swap sides. Really, that lad? And why is that? You know, the vibes. You guys don't know because you haven't seen him long with the scary lady always looming over him. What's up? Got a stab right in the spine? Look, I think you might be treating wrong because you're not improving as much as you should from all that grind. Let me show you what I learned about sourcing from this comic book. That is not how my master has instructed me. The textbook cannot be permitted to have even a single deviation if it means to repeat it every doser. Why are you so obsessed with all that crap anyway? You didn't even like it, old lady. But you're not so different from me in that regard. Oke, Bangke, ini jadi pelajaranku, jangan panik. Saya udah ngeliat banyak banget peristiwa-peristiwa yang agak membagongkan selama saya streaming, jadi saya nyantai aja. Pernah kok ada penonton yang lagi nonton streaming saya pakai TV besar di ruang keluarga dan tiba-tiba TV-nya jatuh karena murnya lepas atau bagaimana. Saya bilangin, calm down and call someone. Saya udah ngelihat banyak banget kejadian yang agak membagongkan, so don't worry, this is nothing compared to that. Ini mah bukan apa-apa kalau dibandingkan yang udah saya lihat. Hopefully this touched upon one of your more intact memories. Do you know which one of these stores the dumb nurse father showed attachment to? Why ask me? Fine, yes I do remember. You don't even need clocks help to piece it back together. It's that one. The door with metal pieces dangling from it. Holy shit, I almost died out there. Son of a bitch, a fucking fly. Where did those G-Corps Fox even drag those gross pests from? Mom? Are you okay? Do I look okay to you, Ticket? No, not really. I'm fine, you know what I'm ready to see. You should have been there to see me there at the head of that G-Corp firm in Ticket. But Mom, your leg's bleeding a lot. Here comes another mission. Boy, taking really do shit without me, eh? So much for a break. The fuck is this? Bandages for you. Is this kid serious? They've got truckloads of expensive treatments on the ready to patch me up the moment I get back into fit. Well, okay, never mind that. Hey, this works. Mom? Sit like I don't start any trouble. I'll teach you some sword techniques once I'm back. Must have been her years in the smoke war. Yeah, fighting in the war took a lot out of her and left her perpetually exhausted. But she marched to every battle with a smile. Stop drinking, stop beating me too. Like a blissful idiot who forgot that she was still neck deep in that inescapable pit called the House of Spiders. Well, the ironic piece at pass. Sometime after the war ended, someone she called Consigliere of the town visited the House of Spiders as a tutor. And that's when she went right back to drinking herself into a shit-faced stubborn day after day. The beatings returned, and so did the edge into the profanities. It was pathetic. Hold on, why though? Sure, I was on the losing side, but wasn't Felicina on the winning side? A war hero at that. Ever heard of the regulation that prevents smoke war participants from moving into I Corp and K Corp? Oh yeah. Ruina talk about this. The common thread between these post-war rules is that they make the lives of veterans difficult. Dubious rules that don't discriminate between winners and losers. But doesn't that mean that Vector will drop us into a translate they dug during the war? Yes, and Gregor will be the one to open it. Wait, me? Yes, others can do it for you, but what would be the point? You sure this wouldn't end up just giving him more nightmares? I don't see how this helps him in any way. We do not have enemies to treat whatever it is that slumbers within his arm. However, I was surmised that the underlying cause of his sudden transformation wasn't the arm itself. Then what? It's trauma. His arm took control after his psyche was crushed by the weight of the unspeakable memories coming back to haunt him. It's not because the arm went berserk that he started reliving his painful past. It's the other way around, isn't it so? If you can come to understand that the war is really over, and that what others say, no matter how closely they echo the past, is not necessarily aimed at you, then you may be able to loosen your grip on the fear and anxiety that your arm could metamorphose at any moment. While her suggestion may seem blunt, it is one of the basic treatment principles of MCOR psychotherapy centers. You know, this sounds almost like Gestalt therapy. But hold on. I know exactly what she's doing. It's called a Gestalt therapy. From what I remember, it centers on the personal responsibility and can be quite direct. Terapi Gestalt itu gunanya untuk peningkatan kesabaran. No, bukan kesabaran, kesadaran diri supaya hold on. Actually, no. Why am I talking about this? I don't really understand Gestalt theory anyway. Saya ngapain sih ngomong ini? Saya juga nggak gitu ngerti Gestalt theory, tapi yang saya tahu yang barusan diceritakan Moses mirip banget dengan Gestalt therapy. Anyway, from what I heard from Moses just now, that resembles the Gestalt therapy I've heard about. Fine, then guess I'll open it up. Gregor walked up to the door, grabbed his handle, then paused, taking slow, deep breaths. And with one arm, he gently opened the door. Why are you running? You should be taking the lead on the front lines with our G-Corp banner held high. I don't want to die. It's nice to have a place to go back to. Oh, right. Happy 15th birthday. But you can't possibly have the cheek to call me cruel. You G-Corp pests were far more messed up than I ever was. Ripping people apart, cannibalizing them, you were nothing but a swarm of fucked up monsters. I think I'd woken up from the dream, but I was still... Gregor? Where the fuck did that door opens to? A pit? Some sort of undiscovered bunker? Oh my god. It's an undiscovered... Oh! Gregor is finally back. Oh, okay. I see now. I see. I probably should have. I probably should have used this. I mean, it is a bleed idea after all. But right now I don't have the resource to level him up, so maybe some other time.
내 작품.
소재가
나를 접
연료는 잔뜩 준비해뒀지.
명령이라면
드디어 내
내가
부름이라면
의로움을 녹수
투입 준비는 항상 제한 명령 지역으로 이동.
An office building somewhere. This place? Eh? It's just a boring old office. I was kinda ready to be shot, thinking we were about to walk into a war zone or something. You recognize this place? Of course I do. My last job before LIMBUS COMPANY. And my desk was over there. Here's the tip, fellas. When you're working in an office like this, always get a corner desk facing the wall if you can help it. Let's hear it from the boss man. Yep, this is actual good advice. I also did this. Thank you, Gregor. Out of sight, out of mind, you know. You can do whatever you want that way. Work, show, or even freak out in terror at the slightest sound of metal clinking. Nobody will catch you. Nobody will think you're a bother to other people. Wait, hold on. before he was drafted, he's a normal office worker? Huh. You'll never know with some people, huh? Gregor grins, a better mocking smile directed at himself. The only downside of this desk arrangement being people walking up behind me to get my attention. Higher-ups just had to holler, "Hey, Fed hire," and I'd scuttle right up at them, but others can't do that. So whenever people walked up to me from behind, I'd get afraid that I might cause an accident. Fed hire. Must be but the post-war veteran special Oh! He got this job after being dismissed from the military. Post-war veteran special employment. Right, but I couldn't possibly complain. Wouldn't have gotten that job before it. Without it, you know. Not everyone was lucky enough to be considered for that. I was better off than those. Gregor? Head manager! That? Oh. They knew each other. Gregor whipped around, his hand instinctively leaping to his other arm. Oh. He really did not want to show the insect arm, isn't it? There was an unfamiliar man in a clean suit standing behind us. Duluan bangke, mangat streamnya ya, oke. Selamat tidur Bang Hadi, semoga tidurnya nyenyak. It really is you, Gregor. And I see some new faces with you. Oh wait, you folks must be the account that the guys on the other team asked us to leave the meeting room open for. Another new job, huh? I see you've got a new employee card right there. So how have you been doing? Me? Same old. Well enough. It's not like I've got anywhere else to go, right? I'm not surprised you found new work so soon. You were always a dependable guy. Is the pay good? How's life, man? Oh yeah, you were gonna sell that commemorative coin? Some kind of medal, right? Hope you got paid good money for that. He not even once said anything about the arm. That's nice of him. Look at me asking how's left to a fellow citizen. Can't imagine anybody would have anything good to say to that, huh? Moving on. Hope no one's hounding you with fat hair shit over there. No, not at all. There's none of that here. Hey, that's good to hear, man. Glad you didn't have to deal with that dang jackass of an ex-VP messing with you like he was a war veteran himself. Oh my god, this kind of boss, I get it. You know how many years I had to hear that geezer bragging about how he profiteered from the war, pulling himself up by his bootstraps, about how in every battle is an opportunity waiting to be found. Blah blah blah, I'm preaching to the core, am I? That guy, huh? Is he still taking a sauna breaks during work hours? What do you think? This shit misses his ass every day. Oh, and get this. Remember how we used to call you Special Employment Fellas Nepo Force? A few days ago, his name showed up in the HR report. Guess what it said? Turns out he was flooding his pockets with kickbacks when we were choosing to fix our office for a partnership project. There's about to be a vacancy in the office real soon. Really? Isn't he, an actual Nepo? So is the president's family? This is very much normal office worker talk. Yeah, man, it's that bad. It's what anyone ever talks about by the water cooler. Oh my god. If there's anything I learned here, it's that people obsessed with back and mate are all kinda like him. They hate how their glory days are behind them, kinda like a distraction from how pathetic they are now. Ooh. You hit the mark there. And hey, a backstage kid like myself don't have glory days to look back and yearn for, right? Oh. He's from the back streets? God damn, that is quite the advancement. Look back and it's all doom and gloom, you know? If you ever hit rock bottom, you also know the only way left to go is up. I agree. You've said something like that before, yeah. Yeah? It's my own brand of bullshit philosophy. Oh boy, look at me, running my mouth in front of our customers. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, don't worry about it. Eh? That's a unique prosthesis you got there. No worries, but it seems that you were on your way to submit these proposals. Gee, golly, I'm late. Thank you for snapping me out of it. I'm gonna get one heck of a scolding. Anyway, Gregor, hit me up sometime, eh? Let's go out and catch up over a drink or something. Sure, if I get a chance. Oh, what a nice guy. The man who seemed like Gregor's former co-worker hurried away, but he didn't forget to wave us a good-natured goodbye. I can see a little bit of him in the way you talk, Gregor. Come on, I don't say that's all as he does, do I? Moses, who had been quietly observing as Gregor and his former co-worker chatted, exhaled a light stream of smoke and slowly began to speak. Many of us who return from the war seem to suffer a certain misconception. When we are told to remember, it does not mean we are bidden to live through the nightmare of the past over and over again. We are not being cursed to relive the pain and suffering it. Both Ezra and I, we are both still trying to be free of the misconception we inflicted on ourselves. Why is this suddenly relatable to me? God damn. Well, I do have a little bit of PTSD in me, but I don't really want to be reminded of it like this, you know? It's not like I remember because I want to. Well, if you can bring yourself to forget them, might as well include in your memory the fact that the war has indeed ended. Fine. You're not wrong there. Manager Bud, can't say I give you any reassurance, but just going on with my life seems to be the best answer for now. I want to ask if you're okay with that though. I'll manage, but it's you who's going to have to deal with the aftermath. Gregor would always say the same to those suffering from the cruelty inherent in living. Still, live on. Just live on. Yet, even as he slips both those words, his eyes would take on a desperate and unfocused look, headed beneath despair. Today, though, the gloomy gray seemed to give away to just a hint of blue sky beyond. Oh, this may be no more than a single ray of the sun piercing through the dark that have long suffocated the sky. It would probably take much more than this for the shadows to be fully lifted, but don't you worry, I'll be fine. It's a big step forward for him to address even a little bit of that persistent anxiety from his past. Oh my god, they're here again. Kill them all. Right, let's move on, shall we?
짜증나게.
You know, it's really funny that I'm using the PTSD The
직접 싸워보질 않았어.
trigger ID that has so much PTSD right after that moment.
관리자의 전투 교육도
Huh.
위에 제시해야 할 수
Not really
있겠어.
funny, I guess.
나쁘지 않고.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법이야.
아이, 짜증나게.
이 숙구를 건드렸겠다.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 딴데 적합한 조치였습니다.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
역시 니놈 말대로 어떤 사람이라도 맞출 수 있는 마법의 탄환이.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는
아이씨,
편이
짜증나게.
덜 답답한 법이지.
이 숙구를 건드렸겠다.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Sorry, I just heard something weird. I just heard something really weird outside. It probably won't be on the microphone, but it's been bothering me
매뉴얼을
this
만들어두고
past hour.
잘하네.
짜증나게.
그렇게만 해.
바이올렛. 브레이크 슬램.
Oh, she did the full sequence. Amazing.
나쁘지 않고.
부시에선
것들
저런 형태로
전부
사람을 강화하기도
녹여서
하나 봐.
썰어버려도 상관없지.
Crossing the fish. Yeah, go ahead, melt them all. Well, there's no way Honglu is winning that. But at least the red coin will still pass.
이 숙구를 건드렸겠다.
It's getting late. I guess I'll put another stream after this. It felt really good though, to stream again after quite some time.
이미 우리는 손에 많은
It felt really damn
잖아.
good.
명령 늘어난다고 달라지는 건 없어.
좀 더 잘 뵐 수 있을 것 같은데요.
Nice one, Harley. This one too.
아이씨,
Well,
짜증나게.
well, shit.
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
분무하면서 돌아가면 의견을
이번에도
나누자.
잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아. 이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간 반드시 찾을 수 있겠지. 세상의 모든 것이 담긴 단 하나의 책을.
걸작을 자아냈나. 마에스트로님이 어떤 평가를 내려주실지 흥분이 가시지 않는구려.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to stop the stream right now, and I'll get back to it maybe tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is Araya, isn't it? Yeah, again, I'll return again tomorrow. So for now, I'll have to bid all of you adieu. Thank you, Bang Hadi, for listening in. I hope you have a great sleep. Anyway, with that in mind, I bid all of you adieu. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay vigilant. Ciao!